Here we go!
Hey, what's up, Blue Blurs? This is your boy Gamer Blake 90, your reliable provider of all things Sonic the Hedgehog and your proud chief of the Blue Blurs. We're going to be covering a Sonic game that I've been dying to cover, and that is the kingpin of the classic Sonic titles, to still be recognized today, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Also referred to as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because as you're seeing right now, this is the very game where Knuckles the Echidna makes his debut. Oh, by the way, peep the hat. That is Knuckles you're seeing staring back at you. Get this, I was asked by my mother if Knuckles the Echidna was still considered a cool character. I responded yes, and 2 days later, what should I find in a Christmas present? This hat right here. The timing was unholy because around that time, I'd been finalizing plans to do a playthrough of Sonic 3 already. So when this came along, I thought to myself, the stars must have aligned for this playthrough, so I see no reason to hold this off any longer, guys. Now, when people tell you that good things come in threes, you should listen to them. Because again, this is considered the kingpin of the classic Sonic titles, and this is a game that I'm deeply excited to cover for a variety of reasons that will be made evident throughout the playthrough. But before we do get started with the playthrough, I should point out that the version of Sonic 3 that will be used with this playthrough is going to be called Sonic 3 AIR, or Angel Island Revisited, as the initials stand for. This is a 1080p widescreen reframing of the original Sonic 3, made by Eukarya 3K. I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Eukarya, or whatever else it is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it badly, but I will leave you a quick text clip of their Twitter account so you can look up the Twitter page, where you will find the download link for Sonic 3 AIR. But it's important to note that you will need to buy a Steam copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles first in order to run this version of Sonic 3, otherwise this is unfortunately off limits to you. Luckily the game sells very cheap on Steam, so definitely go and get it. As a Sonic fan, this is one title that simply should never be absent from your library, like, at all. And if it somehow is, I don't know what to say to you. But, long story short, Sonic 3 AIR introduces a variety of fan-made features that are added to the game, including the ability to add in the drop dash and super peel out seen in other Sonic games. However, with the intention of completely emulating the original Sonic 3 experience, I'm going to leave those disabled entirely, as I want to play the version of Sonic 3 that is as close to the original version on the Sega Genesis as I can, just like I did my Sonic 1 and 2 playthroughs. As such, the main difference you're going to be seeing with Sonic 3 playthrough is that it'll be done in widescreen 1080p, and that's pretty much it. No change to the gameplay, or to the cutscenes, or to the storyline, anything at all, honestly. This is the same Sonic 3 that you've always known and loved on the days of the Sega Genesis. And with that said, this was also the very first Sonic game that came with a data select feature, which was awesome because this was made on a console for which memory cards were not made a thing yet, at least not until the Sega Dreamcast. Or were they made a thing for the Sega Saturn as well? Considering I never owned a Saturn, I'm not entirely sure of that. I think they were only thing with the Dreamcast, but either way. This was quite a feat for a game of its time, along with many other things we're going to be seeing in this playthrough. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right into Sonic 3. And because I'm such a nice guy, I guess I will take Tails along. The nice thing about Sonic 3 is that unlike in Sonic 2, Tails isn't quite a nuisance. In fact, he's a lot more helpful. And I suppose that, as a favor to the Tails enthusiast, I should not leave him out of the fun. So, with Angel Island, you get an opening cutscene where Sonic goes super and runs along the coastline only to get stacked by Knuckles and lose all of the Chaos Emeralds. Now Sonic and Tails are tasked with getting all the Chaos Emeralds back, as well as averting whatever plans that Eggman's got cooking up for them. And when it comes to classic Sonic games, Sonic 3 may very well be the game where Eggman is the most nefarious that he's ever been. Pretty sure you all know what I mean when I say that. But, right. Before we get back to Angel Island, let's talk about the special stages. These are the Blue Sphere special stages, and be warned, you may get a little dizzy watching these. As for how they work is, you play from pretty much a first-person perspective, where you have to scroll all around a checkerboard map and collect all of the blue spheres, without touching a red sphere along the way. If you do touch a red sphere by accident, you're knocked out of a special stage, and you will have to find another big ring in the main game in order to try again. And, as you just seen a bit ago, you can collect the blue spheres in a box-like formation like this, to turn them all into rings. This also cuts down on the number of red spheres you could potentially run into by accident, as they will disappear along with the rest of the spheres that are collected in a box-like shape. And of course, you add rings to your count. If you collect all the rings, it's a perfect bonus that's equivalent to 50,000 points. And just like most other Sonic games, getting 50,000 points nails you an extra life. You'll see that in a bit once we're out of the special stage, but first, let's go ahead and finish this up and get that very first Chaos Emerald. And we got the first Chaos Emerald, and as you just seen, perfect bonus equals 50,000, and we also got to continue. You can get continues in the special stage as well, but honestly, they're kind of irrelevant to have, seeing as we already have the save select system, so that we can start back in the very same level where we last got a game over at, if you can even get a game over at all. Because once you got your handle of Sonic games down to a T, extra lives come in very, very easily. This is especially true with the special stages, and the Blue Sphere stage are by far my favorite special stage out of all of them. Certainly a huge step up the ladder in comparison to Sonic's 1 and 2, whereas in Sonic 1, you had to guide Sonic haphazardly through mazes of crystalline blocks to get the emerald, and then in Sonic 2, you had these half-pipe things that just kept twisting and turning so badly that you couldn't even see past the corners to avoid hazards that could be hidden away inside of them. Though that problem was somewhat addressed in the mobile re-release for Sonic 2 in 2013. But either way, no matter what you slice it, I consider the Blue Sphere special stages to be the best out of all the special stages when it comes to Sonic games. Alright, so we're halfway through Act 1, and what we saw there is the attack on Angel Island. Everything is now on fire, boys! You gotta be extra careful. Oh, by the way, depending on the number of rings you have at your disposal, touching a checkpoint will give you access to a bonus stage. You won't find the Chaos Emeralds there, but depending on your luck, you could collect a repertoire of items that could be very useful to you, or simply add to your ring count. And with up to 3 different types of bonus stages you can access, but we're gonna get to those later. For now, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the second special stage, so we can add the second Chaos Emerald to our collection. Unlike in Sonic 2, I'm gonna be way less shy about collecting the Chaos Emeralds, because I actually have the option to decide whether or not I want to go Super Sonic. That said, it kinda conflicts with the use of Sonic's new ability that is added to him as of this game, which is the Insta Shield. And how it works is, if you double jump, you'll activate a temporary shield that gives Sonic invincibility, allowing him to make attacks through hazards that he otherwise would not be able to deal with without the Insta Shield. It's kind of a broken ability, to be perfectly honest. Like you're dealing with a spiked enemy, you could use the Insta Shield to make spikes completely irrelevant and take care of the badnik all in one fell swoop. They were considered one of Sonic's best abilities, so I was pretty happy to see that it came back in Sonic Mania. Though remember, right, you had to unlock it by collecting a number of medals for the Blue Sphere stages that were reintegrated into that game's checkpoints. And I thought that was a clever bit from the Sonic Mania team right there. It was such a love letter to the Sonic series, but it's not even funny. So unsurprisingly, it's currently my favorite Sonic game. But before Mania came along, CD was my favorite, although I would always make the concession that Sonic 3 and Knuckles always had the best design decisions out of all the classic Sonic titles. There was simply no disputing that, and the further we get to the game, the more that you will see why. Anyway, I saved that block of blue spheres surrounding the bumper spheres for last because I wanted to be sure I'd collect all the rings before I grabbed those last 16 spheres, so I could maximize my bonuses and of course get the perfect bonus, and to continue. Which again is irrelevant to have, but just for novelty's sake, we may as well pick those up along the way. Alright, so we've got 2 Chaos Emeralds, and be very careful moving past here. Make sure the spike bit if it tries to enter the ceiling first, because you're standing under it when it peeks out, it will crush you. So as soon as it retracts into the ceiling, just spin dash past it and you'll avoid it just fine. It's honestly that easy. So we're gonna take that zip line, pick up that electric shield. Oh, and that's right. In Sonic 3, this is where the elemental shields made their debut, and they were among some of the strongest shields ever seen in a Sonic game. The electric shield even briefly showed its face in Sonic Adventure 1. So was it taken out in Adventure 2? Yeah, I think it was taken out in Adventure 2. But you got it in Adventure 1 for a while, and though you no longer have a double jump capability with it in Adventure 1, it still had the ability to track things towards you, so it was kinda useful up until you got the Light Dash upgrade for Sonic, at which point it wouldn't be entirely easy to make the most of it. Oh yeah, baby! I should say that every act comes with a mini boss, by the way. Act 1 mini bosses, Act 2 full-on bosses. And whenever you beat the Act 1 boss, there will be a goalpost that drops down from the top. You can bounce it all around the area, and depending on where it lands, you could potentially produce an item box, like that bubble shield that popped up when the goalpost landed. This will come in handy because a part of Angel Island is submerged underwater, and it would be nice to avert the threat of drowning, so we're gonna keep it on hand. By the way, electric shield, as I may have made obvious a bit ago, does come with the ability to perform a double jump while magnetically attracting rings in your direction. Between that, the fire shield and the bubble shield, I personally think it's the best shield out of all of them. But the electric shield is also most susceptible to being deleted from your repertoire. As you go underwater with either the electric shield or the fire shield, you will lose them immediately. Whereas with the bubble shield, it's made for keeping you safe in underwater environments as it keeps you from drowning and also gives you a bounce jump. So, depending on the situation, you'll have to decide which of the 3 shields will be the most effective for your cause. Also, there is no normal shield to be found at all of Sonic 3. All you have is elemental shields, invincibility, rings, and I think an Eggman monitor that will take your ring from you if you break it, so yeah, don't do that. So let's pick up the 3rd Chaos Emerald. To be honest, as much as I like the special stages, they're also super easy, at least up until you get to the never-ending collection of Blue Sphere stages associated with Sonic & Knuckles Lock-On cartridge. That thing was quite a gem for its time, because Sonic 3 itself was so big as a game, the biggest Sonic title out of all the classic games, I hasten to add, that they had to split it into 2 cartridges. One with the baseline Sonic 3, and the other, the Lock-On cartridge with Sonic & Knuckles. Each had basically 50% of the game. And if you latched Sonic & Knuckles' Lock-On cartridge onto any other game, you could play Blue Spheres. But if you attach them to Sonic 2, you could play Sonic 2 using Knuckles the Echidna. And Knuckles was a character that heavily revolutionized the classic Sonic formula through his abilities. However, we're gonna save that subject when we do a Knuckles playthrough. Instead, we're gonna close out the 3rd special stage, collect the 3rd Chaos Emerald, and make our way back to Angel Island, also known as Fire Island right about now, cause everything is under attack and we need to stop it big time. I should also mention that thanks to Eggman, Knuckles is now convinced into thinking that Sonic is the enemy rather than Eggman. In other words, Knuckles has been known to be gullible since his debut, and you would think he'd have learned his lesson in Sonic Adventure, but evidently not. Even Sonic himself says to Knuckles, "Did you let Eggman trick you again?" when they meet up in Sonic's storyline. And apparently Knuckles did let Eggman trick him again. He's a powerful guy, but he is very slow to pick up on some things. Most aggravatingly. Alright, so that switch actually drained the water level at the bottommost section of this stage, but I think instead of going down, we're going to go up, break this bad deck down, and do I want the fire shield? You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna pick it up just yet, because there's a water section up ahead, and we'll have to go underwater at some point to get the 4th Chaos Emerald. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have Tails with me, and I have him set to work the exact same way he does in Sonic Mania as far as activating his flight mechanic is concerned. So let me see if I could get him to sit still. Okay, there we go. There we go. This is really, really nice. I think it was initially a... Wait, now that I think about it, I don't think this is a Knuckles section with the way the spike beds are positioned. This has to be specific to Tails instead. I kind of forget that's there sometimes, but either way, we're gonna go through a section of Angel Island that I don't typically go through when it comes to the 2nd act. But the more exploration that we can pull off, all the better, right? After all, I don't want to just beat the game, I want to show off the game as much as I possibly can. That's a huge goal to my playthroughs, after all. Alright, so we're gonna make that nice stylish jump on that ramp all the way over here, and I have to retract something I said earlier. I thought I had to go underwater to get this special stage ring, but apparently it was above water, so I couldn't paper trade with the fire shield from earlier. In fact, by the time we get to the Act 2 boss, I'm gonna want to keep the fire shield on hand, for a reason that will be made clear later in this video. But yeah, we got the 4th special stage on hand. At times I thought about giving the special stages their own video, like I did with Sonic Robo Blast 2, but that was part because, I didn't manage to get all the Chaos Emerald in my first playthrough for the game, so I had to do a separate video for the special stages. This time around though, I'm so accustomed to special stages that I don't see that being necessary for this game, so I guess I'll leave a special stage smack dab in the middle of the playthrough. Okay, I kind of messed up here. Wait, hold on. Is it easy to salvage? Let's just jump over it. Trying to collect all of these in a box-like formation so I can turn them all into rings, because we're trying to go with that perfect bonus, boy! After all, if you get all the perfect bonuses in Sonic 3, there's a possibility you could push your score well over 1,000,000 points. And I know score attack is the last thing on anybody's priority list for a Sonic game, but it's worth noting anyway, in case you are into that sort of thing. Okay. I should also warn you, but the longer you stay in the special stage, the faster Sonic will move, and it therefore becomes more difficult to steer him correctly so you don't run smack dab into a red sphere. Gonna have to be very, very careful with that. And also, the white sphere with the red stars in them are bumper spheres. They can sometimes come in handy when you want to change direction at specific corners, and potentially collect multiple blue spheres all at once, but if you can avoid running into them, do that, because they tend to annoy you more than they help you. With that said, we have 4 of the Chaos Emeralds in our possession. By the way, worth noting, there will be 14 special stages in all for this game. 7 for the first 6 stages, which make up the Sonic 3 cartridge that was released separately from the Sonic & Knuckles Lock-On cartridge, and then another 7 tied to the Sonic & Knuckles stages where you will get the Super Emeralds. And that is again another huge draw to this game because those are what unlock the power of Hyper Sonic, a form that would sadly make its one-time appearance in this game and then never again because Sega suddenly shied away from it. Something about legalities concerning Dragon Ball, the Super Saiyan thing and whatnot. Personally, I think it's really stupid, but oh well, what can you do, right? So we're gonna break down that rock wall with a spin dash and get another bubble shield. Kind of redundant considering we already have one, but oh well. Oh, and as far as activating Tails' flight mechanic, I don't think that was a thing in the original Sonic 3 because he wasn't quite programmed in the same fashion as that of Sonic Mania, where you could manually use his flight ability if you had Tails set as your partner character. But with Sonic 3 AIR, you have the ability to do just that, and it was one of the few things that I decided to leave intact, while otherwise trying to emulate the original Sonic 3 experience. I don't think you all will mind too much, right? Right? Alright, so we got this warship coming our way, dropping bombs from behind us. Nothing special you need to do here, just keep a stick or D-pad held to the right and those bombs will never ever reach you. Even if they do move so close that your neck's hairs will stand on end. Makes you nervous, honestly. Alright, so Eggman should show his face in the background. There he is! And that's gonna signal the arrival of the Act 2 boss, which is painfully easy, by the way. I think you could nail all 8 hits if you were lucky, but if you're unlucky and Tails gets a hit while you're just jumping at Eggman, you're actually gonna fall to your death. Cut to start the battle off, Eggman will destroy the bridge by firing his fireball attack at it, and you have to be careful not to fall into that abyss while you're attacking Eggman head-on. Otherwise, you're gonna lose a life and have to do the whole thing all over again. Well, not the whole stage, just this boss in particular. Other than that, he'll pop out from behind the waterfall and occasionally fire those fireballs at you, but with the fire shield on hand, you don't have to worry about those projectiles. You just gotta run at him over and over until he is no more. 8 hits to beat every boss, by the way, in case you didn't know. And with that, we're gonna close out Act 2 of Angel Island with 4 Chaos Emeralds on hand. And we'll be set to go into the Hydrocity zone for the next video. But before we do, we have a cutscene featuring that treacherous little echidna. No! We're gonna fall all the way down to the water-drenched sanctuary that is Hydrocity, also commonly considered the best water stage in the game. And to be honest, that's not a sentiment I'm going to disagree with. It's not my favorite water stage. Tidal Tempest gets that honor, but Hydrocity does so many things right for a water stage in a Sonic game that I totally appreciate the level of respect it has. However, that's gonna do it for this video now that Angel Island is behind us. So, next video, we're gonna go on to the Hydrocity zone for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and maybe we can get the last 3 Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, we can definitely get the last 3 Chaos Emeralds in both as of Hydrocity to get that part of the playthrough out the way, so that everything will be much more simple from here on out. Oh, and yeah, Sonic has a new idle animation when you sit still in place for too long. He's looking very, very irritated right now. Well, sorry, I got a video to close out. You can wait a while. But yeah, that'll do this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and if you're as excited for this playthrough as I am, show me and drop those likes and comments down below to keep up with all my Sonic content, of which there will be an awful lot. Hit that sub button and ring that bell. always a pleasure to hear from y'all, and I hope you are enjoying my content as much as I'm enjoying making it. So yeah, guys, I am out. I will see you next time, and don't forget, blue blurs for life. Peace out and take care.
That was just too easy!